Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh and our project title is Smart Navigation Stick for Blind and my team members are Shravan, Prasanna and Chandra. The project ID is PROG GN35. The abstract or the agenda for today is abstract, objective, methodology, hardware components, software use, results and discussions, social relevance, conclusion, future scope and commercialization of the project. Abstract of today. The device aims to help people with visually impairment safe navigation. It also helps the people who are visually impaired and also helps them to navigate from one place to another. This is a device that is embedded with ESOS, that is Electronic Saver Soul Button, also known as panic button. This device captures the image and converts the image into text and then text to speech, where the image is captured and then converted, and it is through some kind of algorithms. Objectives. There are main four objectives of this project. The first one, it is designed to easily maintain and easily handled by the blind. The second one is that it helps themselves to navigate efficiently from one place to another. It provides safety feeling for the blind as there is an ESOS button that is installed onto the system and informing the blind about the object that is in front of him through speech by capturing the image of that object. Next is the methodology that will be taken and concluded by Prasanna.
Hey everyone, my name is Prasanna Kumar and I'm here to explain about the methodology that we have implemented in our system. So basically our system has Raspberry Pi, which is the main controller of our system, which is mounted with ultrasonic sensor and fire sensor, and we have ESOS. These three are the sensor part that we have implemented, and this is the camera to takes the images, and this is accelerometer. Accelerometer detects the acceleration. Then we have audio output and buzzer, which is basically the output devices that we have connected, and this is a blind person's cell phone which has to be connected to through the Wi-Fi to the Raspberry Pi in order to send a message through the gateway to the caretaker cell phone. Then we have about the components we have used in our system. So basically we have ultrasonic sensors for the object detection. We have fire sensor for the fire or smoke detection. We have accelerometer for acceleration detection. Then we have ESOS as it is the emergency button that we have implemented, and we have camera for image capturing. Then we have speakers and earphone as the audio output. So next slide we have about the use cases. So in our project we have explained everything in terms of use cases. So first use case is about the ultrasonic sensors. So when the system boots up, we have three ultrasonic sensors that we have mounted on the system, because object can be from any side with the device. So when the ultrasonic sensor sees an object, it detects it and sends the signal to the Raspberry Pi, which then sends a signal, sends an audio signal to the blind person saying that obstacle is detected, so he can take precautionary measures. So next we have about the fire sensor. So when the system boots up, when there is a fire in front of a blind person, the fire sensor detects there is a fire in front of him and sends to Raspberry Pi so it can take the control. So Raspberry Pi takes the control by sending audio output to the blind person saying that there is a fire in front of him, so the blind person can take precautionary measures. So then we have about the SOS button, as our friend Saurabh said. It's an emergency precautionary button which will help in the phases of emergency. So when the system boots up, if there is an emergency, if a blind person presses the button, so when he presses the button, Raspberry Pi authenticates that Twilio API and sends a message to the caretaker saying that there is emergency at this particular Google Live location. So next is about the accelerometer. When the system boots up, if there is an acceleration, that is if the stick falls down, there is acceleration detected. So this sensor data is sent to the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi authenticates the Twilio API and sends a text message to the blind person, to the caretaker saying that a person has fallen down in this Google Live location. And also the audio output is given to the speaker saying that to the surrounding saying that the person has fallen down, so anyone can help them. So next two slides is about the image classification OCR. First let's dive into OCR. So OCR is termed as optical character recognition. Optical character recognition is basic functionality that recognizes the characters on a printed text of paper. So when the system boots up, if there is a printed text that is sent in front of a camera, so as a blind person cannot read, the camera first takes the image and passes to the Tesseract OCR. That's a Python module that we have implemented. The Tesseract OCR converts this image, that is, it recognizes the character in front of it, and it converts the text and stores into the memory. After the storage of text, the GTTS, that is the Google Text-to-Speech Converter, takes this text and converts it to speech and gives us audio output to the blind person saying that this is a text being recognized, so he can read easily. So next is about the image classification. So next slide is about the image classification. So image classification is done because a blind person cannot see object in front of him. So he needs to know what is the object in front of him. So when the system puts up, if there is an object in front of him, the camera takes the image and it is passed to the OpenCV module. OpenCV module converts this stream of data into frames, and this frame is resized and all the RGB values are changed. And after the filtration process, this filtered frame is passed to a deep learning model, which then trains itself initially and gives as an n-dimensional array of classification. This n-dimensional array of classification is then recognized and passed as an audio output to the blind person saying that object has been detected. For example, if there is a chair in front of him, the voice message is like a chair is detected, or if there is any food in front of him, a particular food is detected. So next slide is about the hardware components that we have used. Basically, first one is Raspberry Pi, which is the controller, and second one is ultrasonic sensor, as said, which is the object detection sensor. Then we have a fire and smoke sensor for fire sensing. Then we have accelerometer for acceleration detection. Then we have electronic saver, so that is ESS as a panic button. Then we have camera for capturing the image. So next slide is about the software used in our system. So basically, we have used Python 3.8 for the programming and for invoking libraries and modules. Then we have OpenCV for camera closing and converting the image stream to frames. Then we have Tesseract OCR for OCR operation, as mentioned before. Then we have TensorFlow for deep learning implementation. Then we have Raspbian OS, as it's a particular OS which Raspberry Pi runs on. Then next slides will be explained by Saurabh.
So coming on to the results and discussions part. Here we can see the circuit image of our project, and we can see that there is a Raspberry Pi and also a buzzer, and also we can see the speakers out there where the power supply is connected, and we can also see 3 ultrasonic sensors with accomplished by accelerometer. And in the next result snapshots, we can see that the object detection has been classified, and it's been classified as a person detected and something like that, and hence this is the process of how the object has been detected and classified. And next one is that image of some kind of printed text has been converted into a speech, and this is the process of how the text is converted into speech, and further on the processes in this format. And the discussions part will be taken out by.
Hello, I am Shravan, and I am going to discuss about results in discussion. Successful detection of obstacles, emergency notification to caretaker is successfully implemented, audio message to blind is successful, and image classification and notification message is audible to blind, and character recognition and notification message is audible to blind. Societal relevance. It helps the blind people in both indoor and outdoor for carefree navigation. Carefree navigation, it is where one person travels from point A to point B without assistance of anyone else. The device is mounted onto a stick, which makes it comfortable and easy to carry. Helps in identifying the objects. Helps to read any printed text. Conclusion. The prototype of Smart Stick for blind is able to detect obstacles in front of the user, and it is therefore capable of guiding a visually impaired person for navigating surrounding environment. It aims to solve the problems faced by the blind people in their daily life. The system also takes measures to ensure their safety. The prototype uses eSpeak, that converts text-to-speech conversion, to provide voice command as output. Blind person can easily navigate from one place to another place as voice messages provided to the blind. Future scope. The project aims to help the blind in order to navigate from one place to another place. We design a hardware system that is capable of reading a text that the blind desires. Obstacles are identified and informed to ensure the safety, and also there exists an emergency option where a message dropped to the caretaker in case of any emergency. Our project works to achieve all the features with the help of technology to help the blind person. Commercialization of the project. Main target of the main target users of this project are visually impaired, which is blind people. As the blind moves from one place to another, he or she has to feel independent and secure to his or her surroundings. The prototype can be brought into the market as projects are feasible and also is affordable by the user. As this project is a combination of both sensors and object detection, hence it is evident that the project is very efficient in user's perspective. Thank you.